Good morning, students. I hope you have the text of the poem. You have read the text of the poem. It is a very easy poem. In our last class, we were talking about the statement the poet makes that I am growing old now. I can tell you. Why? Because I dream about my past too much. And especially, I dream about my mother. Even last night, I saw a dream. And in that dream, my mother was standing in a garden that is behind our house. She was standing and I was playing. Then the atmosphere of uncertainty comes. The poet says that we were not moving, neither of us would move in the dream. So we were standing still. Then immediately says that perhaps I was not playing, I was trying to help my mother in collecting the peas. So I was collecting the peas and she was holding the peas in her apron which we had picked together. She was standing still. I knew she was watching me. My mother was standing still, but I knew that she was watching me. She was watching me grow. She was watching me as I was growing. Like a bad weed, she liked to say. That pleased her. And I realized that my mother in her heart, she had the feeling or she had these words that Robert, you are growing like a weed. Weed is a useless grass in a field. So it is just a motherly saying. In हम भी कह देते हैं बांस की तरह लंबा होता जा रहा है, ठूंठ की तरह बढ़ता जा रहा है, बट these are the motherly words of affection by a mother. So my mother was standing still, but I'm sure that she was watching me happily. And in her heart, she was very happy that I was growing fast. I was making good progress, good growth. Because she would like to say, in reality, she would like to say that I was growing like a bad weed. And it pleased her. Mothers are always happy when they see the growth of their children. So she was very pleased, and even in the dream, I realized that joy in her eyes, that she was watching me and she was happy, appreciating, feeling happy on my growth. Perhaps these were the words in her mind that my child is growing like a weed, my child is making a good progress. I'm getting old now. So I can say that now I am getting old because now I dreams about past a lot. It is a psychological condition that when we are growing old, when man is growing old, or when one is near death, he remembers his past a lot. Often he would come say about his dreams about his past departed relatives. I wouldn't say I am happy. If you ask me whether I am happy or sad on getting old, on growing old, I would not use the word happy. Serene is an adequate word. So here is the turn of the point. I won't say that I am happy. Perhaps we anticipate that he is going to say I am sad, that I am growing old. But no, he says happy is not an appropriate word. Appropriate word is serene. Serene is a condition in which there is tranquility, peace, purity, satisfaction, nothing negative, nothing bad. So calm, peaceful and untroubled condition is called serene. I'm serene. I'm peaceful. I'm satisfied. I'm happy. If I say so, it will not be appropriate. I'm serene. Not happy, not sad. Not good, not bad. It is serene. Without any expectation, without any complaint, without any appreciation. Death is not quite the enemy it was. It is a kind of watching. Now, I am not afraid of death. Earlier, death is not an enemy as it was. Earlier, I was afraid of death. I tried to keep death as away as possible. There was no consideration of death, as if I were running before death. But now it is not that type of enemy. It is a kind of watching. Now I'm waiting for death. I'm watching life which is going to merge with death. So now I am the watcher. Earlier, I would not like to look in the direction of death, but now I see that it is the continuity. Death is sure to come. It is nothing like an enemy. I am growing old, I can tell you now. So, suddenly he has started talking about death. And he says, he describes death in a very strange relation. Death is not enemy. It is just like a quiet watching. And I am watching about death. I am waiting for death. And I am seeing it indicates something very serious, something very significant about life. We move to the last stanza, that is about death. Death begins to seem a friend that one has almost forgotten, then remembers again. Now, if you ask me, who is death? What is death? I would say that death is my friend. In the course of my life, when I was a child, I grew up, achieved so many things, and I was enjoying my life. At that time, I forgot about my that friend, but now I remember that death is my first friend. In my dream last night, I was playing in the garden, and last night I had a dream in which I was also playing in the garden. Perhaps the mother is not now in the dream. So here, garden becomes life, and dream is our memories about the past. Ultimately, we are all alone. All our relations, all our friends, whatever we have done, people with whom we have worked together, all these things are a part of our life, not ourselves. Death is our closest friend that will come to us as we are. All these things are going to be left behind. And when we accept the reality, it becomes serene for us. Because the poet has accepted that now he is growing old. He has accepted his old age. And he has also accepted that now it is time that he will cease to be alive and he will die. Death will come. As soon as he accepts the reality of death, he becomes serene. And this condition is more than becoming happy. It is more valuable than becoming happy. So, if you accept the reality, you become serene. And as his thankfulness, he is thankful to his mother for the life she has given. So, a very short, personal, lyric poem in which a very serious message is given. We learn a lesson that to accept the reality is to be serene in your life. Thank you, students, for watching and stay safe. Thank you very much.